This is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13. Surely vain are all men by nature who are ignorant of the Most High, and could not out of the good things that are seen know him that is, neither by considering the works that they acknowledge the workmaster, but deem either fire or wind or the swift air or the circle of the stars or the violent water or the lights of heaven to be the gods which govern the world, with whose beauty, if they being delighted, took them to be gods. Let them know how much better the Lord of them is, for the first author of beauty hath created them. But if they were astonished at their power and virtue, let them understand by them how much mightier he is that made them. For by the greatness and beauty of the creatures proportionably, the maker of them is seen. But yet for this they are the less to be blamed. For they, peradventure, err, seeking the Most High, and desires to find him. For being conversant in his works, they search him diligently, and believe their sight, because the things are beautiful that are seen. Howbeit, neither are they to be pardoned. For if they were able to know so much that they could aim at the world, how did they not sooner find out the Lord thereof? But miserable are they, and in dead things is their hope, who called them gods, which are the works of men's hands, gold and silver, to shew art in, and resemblances of beasts, or a stone good for nothing, the work of an ancient hand. Now a carpenter that felleth timber, after he have sawn down a tree meet for the purpose, and taken off all the bark skillfully round about, and have wrought it handsomely, and made a vessel thereof fit for the service of man's life, and after spending the refuse of his work to dress his meat, have filled himself, and taking the very refuse among those which serve to no use, being a crooked piece of wood and full of knots, have carved it diligently, when he had nothing else to do, and formed it by the skill of his understanding, and fashioned it to the image of a man, or made it like some vile beast, laying it over with vermilion, and with paint coloring it red, and covering every spot therein. And when he had made a convenient room for it, set it in a wall, and made it fast with iron, where he provided for it that it might not fall, knowing that it was unable to help itself, for it is an image, and have need of help. Then maketh he prayer for his goods, for his wife and children, and is not ashamed to speak to that which hath no life. For health he calleth upon that which is weak. For life prayeth to that which is dead. For aid humbly beseecheth that which have least means to help. And for a good journey he asketh of that which cannot set a foot forward. And for gaining and getting, and for good success of his hands, asketh ability to do of him that is most unable to do anything.
Exodus 20. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me, and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain.
All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations. Hopefully, they got there pushing His word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopefully the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. All right. What I want to get into today, all right, is the news and prophecy. All right, because the times are evil, and we're living in a time, where the devil, has so much going on, all right, including the distractions, all right. But as the Lord has said, He set a watchman, okay, for the house of Israel, okay. And at the end of the day, what our people here forbear, they would not have the excuse, that they wasn't warned, all right, by the watchman whom the Lord set up, okay. So when you go, matter of fact, let's just get a few scriptures, lay a foundation. So I got a few videos I want to play. I thought was interesting, because the devil is at work, and he's so good at putting so many distractions out, to where the masses are occupied with these distractions, but this devil, is setting things in place, for his agenda. All right, this devil badly wants to establish a new world order, okay, in which he has more control through his technology. All right, the devil wants to grant himself, his own birthright, okay, of a perpetual rulership, okay. And what we're seeing is just the beginning of what the devil wants to do, and we know, all right, before you know, he brings out, okay, this device, okay, the MOTB, he's gonna bring a lot of chaos. He's gonna bring a lot of evil, okay, a lot of death. All right. And it's all the will of Yahweh Bashem Al Shah that these things come to pass. Okay. So this is the book of Matthew 26 and 41. It says, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Okay. So we have to continue to watch, and see, where we're at. This is a continual thing. Being a watchman is pretty much, it's just like you're always on call, always watching and reporting. Okay, taking in information, filtering it through the scriptures, and reporting these things, man. And this is how the Lord speaks to his prophets, so his prophets can speak, okay, to the congregation, the believers, okay, and be informed, through watching and through prayer, okay, because we have to pray to endure these times, man. We're coming into what the scriptures call the worst time ever, okay. And as we see these things formulate, we have to continue to speak on these things, and also, exhort, with scriptures, and praying, you know, praying for strength for ourselves, strength for, the body, the brothers, okay, the believers, you see, because we're going to have to endure these times, okay. But our hope is in, the goodness of Yahweh by Shema Shah, that favor that is promised. This is Ephesians 5 and 15. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, man. Okay? So we can't just be caught up in distractions, man. Okay? We all have, certain things that we're into, all right, outside the truth, little things that we do, okay, entertainment wise, okay. But see, this can't be our end all be all. To be circumspectly means to, to watch carefully, to watch around us carefully, man. Okay, understanding what's going on in real time. Okay, with this devil, his agendas, with prophecy. All right, because a lot of our people, they're moving as fools, as we're finna get into with these videos, man. Okay, Jake is marching, okay, to a slaughter. Okay, with no idea. You see? So we're commanded to walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the times because the days, okay, are evil. Okay, because we're coming to some extremely bad times, the worst time since the earth was. Okay, we're living in that. Okay, to get to the kingdom, we have to endure these times. Okay, but the Lord is not gonna make it unbearable for the elect. Okay, we just have to move in belief, make decisions based off believing, man. Verse 17 said, "Wherefore be you not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is." And see, we understand, all right, the will of the Lord, all right, is to bring judgment in the earth, man, because the earth is in rebellion. Okay, and we understand that the Lord, all right, is finna allow His wrath, to settle in the earth. This is what we're finna witness, man. Okay, and we can't be moved by these things. This is why in this grace period, not only do we grow, all right, in the understanding of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, we grow in righteousness. Okay, we grow in judgment, understanding, righteous judgment that has to go forth, man. Okay, and this is why the Lord, has us, okay, being separated more and more, detached more and more, and in tune, all right, with Him. Okay, verse 18 it says, "And be not, all right, drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but filled with the Spirit." Okay, and then it's twofold because we don't want, this ain't the time, all right, to be operating, as a drunkard. Okay, you're drunk all the time, not productive. You see, but also, drunk with the philosophies of this world, man. You know, drunk with the mindset of this world. You know, because when you're drunk, what happens? You overindulge. You went too far. You're doing too much. So we don't want to be doing too much. All right, within this society. All right, and not moving in the spirit. Missing things that's happening in the spirit. Okay, so I got a few videos I want to go into because what we're seeing, with Jake, all right, this is happening in Chicago, and these are a lot of speculation, going on with these immigrants, and there's a lot of it being concentrated in Chicago, all right, and we know Chicago was one of those cities, with Esau. He pushes a lot of propaganda. He has a lot of Jake, at a constant war with each other out there. Okay. There's a lot of enchantments. Chicago is pretty much, the birthplace of this drill culture. All right. Where Jake destroy each other. All right. And then in this interview, he also shows you the hypocrisy of Jake and why the Lord, all right, is going to allow. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick and then we're going to get it. But this shows why the Lord is about to allow, all right, Esau his sword to wreak havoc on our people, man, because our people are very hypocritical, man. Okay, and you're going to see in this video, but let's get this real quick too. It's First Peter. All right, it's the book of First Peter chapter 4. All right, First Peter chapter 4 verse 7. It says, "But the end of all things is at hand." Okay, and the end of Esau's rulership, which is the last heathen to rule. Okay, so this is the Esau was the last opportunity that a heathen nation outside of Israel will have to rule. So we're at the end of this man's rulership, man. Okay, which also means the end of our captivity, but the beginning of our rulership, man. This is a very, pinnacle time in the history of existence, man. Okay, we can't get caught up in, the mess, the pettiness. Okay, even Jake and Israel, all niggas want to do is arguing, you know, be petty and be popular. Why niggas concentrate on being popular, man. We're coming into the most pinnacle time, all right, in the history of existence, man. Okay, he said, "Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer." And let's get this word, it comes to remind it, as you go into sober. Let's get this word real quick. All right, which is in the Greek. Sophronio, okay. And it says to be of sound mind, to be in one's right mind, to exercise self-control, okay? To exercise self-control, man, and we have to be in the spirit, of self-government in these times, man. Okay, because it's easy to get caught up in a big non-stop party of Babylon. Okay, it's easy to get caught up in the flesh, as what we see with particular men in Israel. They couldn't control their flesh, to be popular, to have clout, the filthy lucre, the money, okay, the status. They didn't have self-control, okay, and they're becoming, drunken in Babylon, man, with fringes on, okay. So, I said we're in a time of having more discipline, okay, than ever. Okay, now let's get this word watch, all right, which is nepho, all right, nepho, and it says to be temperate, dispassionate, and circumspect. And I want to harp on this word, all right, dispassionate, man, because the Lord finna open up judgment, man. Okay, the Lord finna really, open up judgment in the earth, okay, and He has a bone to pick with Jake. Okay, this ain't the time, all right, to be in love with the 2/3, man, and our people that refuse to repent. Okay, this ain't the time to be in love with them, man. Okay, now we're not just out here wilding out, against our people. Okay, that don't believe, but we have to understand. All right, there's a looming judgment, man. Okay, and we constantly see, why Jake, the Lord is showing us pretty much Jake is doing everything they can to earn the judgment that's written. Okay, now you go into this word dispassionate. It means to free from or unaffected by passion, devoid of personal feelings. All right, or bias, impartial, calm. Okay. So this is the spirit that the Lord, all right, is putting us in, man. This is why, the Lord puts us through particular things, man. So hey, we need to be cold in these times, okay? Because the Lord, all right, is finna judge without pity. Okay? The Lord is finna open up judgment without pity, and we see, these things being built up. Okay? Let's go here. You know, eventually gonna get to it, but it's good to lay a foundation with precepts. I believe that's First Corinthians. Is it 7? Okay, this is First Corinthians. Okay, 7:29 said, "But this I say, brethren, the time is short." Okay, because things are speeding up. There's no doubt that how fast these things are going, man. Okay, weeks seem like days now. Okay, months seem like weeks. Okay, because the Lord is speeding this thing up, man. All right. Wickedness has exceedingly polluted the earth. It said, "But this I say, brethren, the time is short, it remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none." Okay. That both they that have wives be as though they had none. And what does that mean, man? We're not living in ordinary times, man. Okay. And brothers got certain obligations and certain things, but hey, we're in the times where hey, it can get hectic, we get so busy, especially on our watch, that certain things get neglected, man. Okay. You see, we in the time now, we got to be on point. Okay. So there's gonna be times where we can't be, in that traditional role, okay, of a husband, man. We got to be a prophet and servant more than anything, man. Okay. Now we handle our business and we balance things out the best we can, man. But hey, the time remaining short, man. Okay, and it says, "And they that weep, as though they weep not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not. And this is going into Second Ezra, all right, what's that, 16 and 40 on down. Okay, and we in the time where we going to be emotionless, man. Okay, we going to have to be emotional when the Lord starts to judge. Okay, we can't be in our emotions, man, about what we think. Nah, man, this is the Lord judging, man. We have to trust that His judgment is right, man. Okay, we don't see every angle like the Lord sees. We don't see the whole spectrum. Okay, that the Lord sees, man. Okay, and it says, "And they that use this world is not abusing it, for the fashion of this world pass away, man." And we use this world, all right, for our benefit, man. We use this world to get by, okay, but we don't want to abuse it, which is be too indulged in this thing, man. Okay, we should try to separate more and more every chance we get, man. Hey, constantly, hey, the less obligations we have in this world, man, the better it is, man. And it's different for every brother. All right. Well, this is this. He must increase. All right. We must decrease, man. Now, so let's get here to the videos. Now, this is from Redacted, and pretty much you have, a lot of these immigrants, which, there's a lot of speculation, dealing with these immigrants, why they're here, and what they're doing, and we know the devil is up, all right, to wickedness, man. Okay, we know whatever it is nothing good. All right, and we understand according to prophecy, that it's going to be chaos. Okay, a time like never before. Okay, so this is what's happening, with Chicago, with Jake. They're just gonna come out and say it, man. That pretty much, there's a war, all right, brewing against Jake, and the scriptures say that. So we're gonna listen to this, and we're gonna go into some precepts, linking and just showing that, hey, what the prophecy say is manifesting, man. Okay, so let's play this. Brothers post, precept as you see fit. I know a brother can post. Let's get Luke 19 and let's get Luke 19, 41 through 43, and let's get Zechariah. All right, let's get Zechariah 14 and all right. Yeah, this is Zechariah 14. Yeah, Zechariah 14 and 2. Yeah, so let's get Luke 19, chapter 41 through 43, and Zechariah chapter 14, verse 2. Yeah, let's go.
Well, a war is coming to the United States in months, not years. Former 24-year veteran of the Customs and Border Protection, J.J. Carroll, just uncovered the truth of what's happening with Biden's border invasion, and the war will start in Black communities. That's where it's going to start first. Listen to JJ in Chicago talking with Black citizens who are being crushed right now under the weight of illegal immigrants in their communities. Watch.
This is America.
This is America.
There's a problem.
And the people have a problem with Trump. Are you crazy? Biden.
Biden did this. This is not Trump.
Exactly. The Democrat Party in this city hates poor Black people. And I'm talking about all of the Democrat Party, the Black Caucus and everybody else.
And our people, are so far lost. Okay. Esau has our people, so far out of touch, with reality that, that they're still going back and forth blaming, between Biden and Trump. Okay. Which these devils are nothing but puppets, okay, of a bigger entity. All right. Which are the elites. Okay. In which there's a deep hatred, there's a deep rivalry that goes all the way back to the womb. Okay. What we're seeing happening, played out. What we're seeing playing out right now goes back to Genesis, man. Okay, matter of fact, let's get that too with Amos. I believe that's 1:11. All right, and on Genesis 27:41. Okay, because for some reason, our people try to make it seem like there's partial hatred. Because now you got niggas for Trump. Okay, that's the new movement. Okay, and Esau has our people so confused, that they cheerlead their own destruction. That they play a part, all right, in their own destruction, man. All right, as the brother has here, this the brother beyond Yashala, Lamentation 4:17. All right, as for us, our eyes are yet failed for our vain help, and watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us, man. All right, and the nigga still has, our people still have some type of hope in voting. Okay, our people mindset, they still have some hope in the right presidential candidate, man. Okay, they still have some type of hope in this broken, confused, community, man, as we're going to see. Okay, Edom has a deep hatred for our people, and it never diminished. Okay, and see, this is why understanding the scriptures, puts us, all right, where Satan doesn't have an advantage of us, man. Okay, because you're walking around thinking that this man, that there's a devil out there that's going to do right by you, man. You keep setting yourself up for failure. Letting this is the generation that wandered in the wilderness, man. This Amos 1:11 said, "Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off, did all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever, man." Okay, so this devil has always had that same wrath, man. Okay, except in this time it's more systematic than just with brute force. Okay, but it's coming to a time where he's finna apply that brute force, man. Okay, and he's gonna do it through different means. And what we seeing coming across the border, this is an extension, because because now he's in a position to where he doesn't have to round you up, hang you on trees. Nah, man, he has a different level of warfare. First it's been systematically, chemically with the crack, okay, psychologically with the music and TV, okay. But now, he's finna bring a slaughterhouse, man. Okay, brother can get that. Ezekiel, how the sword is sharpened and furbished. All right, this Genesis 27:41, it says, "And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart," and see, this all goes back to a birthright. You see, not people, they're here, trying to participate in this man politics as if that's going to make a difference. This goes back to a birthright, man. Okay, this has nothing to do with Democrat or Republican or whatever, the DNC, the Democratic nominee, no, that has nothing to do with it. Okay, this goes back to a blessing that this man wants, man, a birthright, which entails the eternal rulership of the earth. Okay, and it says, and Esau, this is Genesis 27:41, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, "The days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob," man. Okay, and Esau has had that same energy since then. It never diminished, man. Okay, and now that this man is in power with more technology than he's ever had, okay, he's gonna really get at Jake, man. And this is why, we understand, look, we need divine intervention. We need help from on high, man. Okay, so let's let this play.
This is a fact. They have starved the
How do
people.
you know that? How do you know that?
Because I've been in politics for the last 25 years. Ran for city council twice. They have no intentions for American citizens, especially Black America. Poor Black people in this city are obsolete.
And JJ joins me now, fresh off of his trip. JJ, great to see you again. You know, you've obviously confronted some of the most unbelievable circumstances as it relates to the southern border in the United States, some of the most dangerous circumstances that you faced with arrests. How does Chicago, far away from the southern border, how does Chicago stack up with what you're used to at the southern border?
Chicago's a war zone. And it is a forgotten, Trump called it the forgotten America, forgotten Americans. So the reason why I went to Chicago is I believe it's a ground zero of the invasion. This is the manifestation of treason. It's going to work from the coastlines in through the inner cities of major metropolitan areas. That gentleman that you showed, Mark Clayton, is an activist. Mark Carter, is an activist in Chicago. He took me down to the South Side. I had to be escorted down there because of the gang violence and all of the issues. But their local government has poured over $3 billion into their community for illegal aliens, not their community, but for illegal aliens. And they are being systematically pushed out of their communities like Inglewood. It is something I have never witnessed before. I feel like I'm traveled, I'm smart, I've been places. I'm telling you, when you go down to the South Side, it is desolate. It is desperate, hopeless, violent. I would say 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5 houses are dilapidated and shuttered. The other 4 need to be shuttered. Businesses are closed and shuttered. There's no industry. They are bringing illegal aliens majority from Venezuela, and they are moving them out of their communities. Let me give you an example. The city of Chicago paid Black residents that were living in these dilapidated shacks, if you will, $1,000 to move out. Well, why would the landlords in Chicago want them to move out? $1,000. Because each illegal alien has $9,000 attached to them for rent assistance. $9,000. So they're moving them out and moving them in. Now, Clayton, I talked to mega church Black pastors, street pastors, violent gang members that have come out of prison that are trying to reform their community, been in prison for murder for 21 years, another one murder for 26 years, and soup kitchen workers, everyone in between down on the South Side of Chicago, Black residents, Black Americans. And they all say to me, to a man and woman, they say, we're going to war. And it took me back for a second, and I was like, okay, well, let's clarify what war is. And they said, whatever we have to do to maintain and protect our community. And a Black pastor, the rooftop pastor, the AK rooftop pastor that Tucker Carlson interviewed for many, many months as he sat on top of a building during the winter months because of the prostitution crime that was across the street from his church, Pastor Brooks told me, we are within one Black teenager being raped by these Venezuelan gangs or Black Venezuelan gangs killing a Black gang member or vice versa, and Chicago is going to explode. Everyone knows it, and isn't it coincidental, which I don't believe in coincidence.
And this is why I say, our people are very hypocritical. Okay? This is why I say that, all right, nigger culture is very hypocritical. You see? And let's post that as well. Let's get that in Isaiah chapter 10, verses 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Now you see Jake, is talking about, so it's speculation that you have, Jake in Chicago speaking about going to war, okay, with these migrants, which, they keep saying Venezuelans, all right, which, there are some, of the Southern Kingdom that's coming through as well. All right, but a lot of these immigrants, are from the Middle East, that's coming through as well. Okay, but he just pushed this title on them, as if they're all from Venezuela, or South America. But there's a lot of there's Moabites coming through the border, military age, Moabite men coming through the border. Okay, so it's not just Venezuelans, all right, or migrants, fleeing. Okay, cartel violence. Some of them are, all right, but a lot of these, you best believe, are UN troops and different mercenaries of the elites. Okay, and they're being staged, all right, in strategic areas. Okay, they're being, they're giving resources, phones, shelter. Okay, this is pretty much the least housing. Hey, they're mercenaries, man, right in the midst of Jake. Okay, now let's go here. This is Isaiah 10:5. This is Brother Hopeful Elect 3, Brother Yaquab. All right, it says, "O Assyrian, the rod of my anger, and the staff in their hand is my indignation." Okay, and the Assyrian, modern day Syrian, is Esau Edom. Okay, mainly what this American empire, because the Syrians, were known for their cruelty. All right, and you have the southern kingdom, the northern kingdom. Okay, going to captivity under Assyrian, there was a harsh captivity, man. Okay, and because the Lord's anger, was on the ancient Assyrians, the Neo-Assyrian empire, to be cruel to Jake because of idolatry, man, and wickedness. Okay, so as our people, have a culture of idolatry and wickedness today, just a modern form. All right, the Lord's anger is kindled, and it's going to be shown through these devils, man. Okay, verse 6, it says, "I will send him against an hypocritical nation, against the people of my wrath. Will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down, all right, like the mire of the streets." Okay, and our people are extremely hypocritical, because here it is. They say that in Chicago they're one, death away, if one of these Venezuelans, all right, or I'm just say migrants, okay, because it's not just Venezuelans, it's all different nations, military age men from different nations, Africa, okay, I say what they call the Middle East, in the Moab, all right, but these migrants that are coming in, let's say if they kill a gang member, okay, then Chicago is going to explode. Well, wait a minute, these niggas kill each other all the time. Okay, what sense does that make? That it takes someone, from another country to come kill one of you niggas, and then it's a problem. All right, but you niggas that grew up together kill each other all the time. Okay, you see how backwards, our people are. Or they say, if one of those migrants, rape, one of these, I guess one of these women, okay, from the community, one of these young girls from the community, then Chicago is going to explode. Wait a minute, young women are children. Young women are prey every day. Okay, in these neighborhoods, man, in these projects, young women are prey all the time. Well, these young women are getting raped by, the uncles, older niggas, and all the time. So why isn't the problem then? Okay, so the Lord is getting ready to send, all right, them real hitters against these niggas, man. Okay, and Jake has no chance, and Jake think they tough and they got it, and what you gonna hear it in the clip. All right, nah, man, you Jake's finna be finished, man. All right, and the Lord is gonna express his anger through his left hand, which is Esau Edom. Okay, and there's gonna be mass deletions. Okay, in these neighborhoods, man, these communities, man, these blocks. All right, that you niggas love, man, but refuse to repent. So let's let it play some more.
Is last week, DNC comes out and says, well, we're really kind of rethinking the Chicago DNC convention. We might do a remote. They know it as well as I do, that this is a powder keg ready to explode.
Yeah, can you hold the Democratic National Convention in Chicago? I mean, what do you have to show for it? I mean, as we talked about with Mark, with the activist, when he says you're seeing Democrats have destroyed the city, so you're going to bring the Democratic National Convention there? I mean, you're right. This is an absolute powder keg moment, and I think, we throw this term war around a lot, and I've thought a lot about this since you and I've been talking over the past few days. This idea, I've thought it was going to be a civil war. We've been thinking of the term civil war in the United States, Americans against Americans right now. But I think it's not. I think what you saw in Chicago, what you're seeing with your documentary Treason, what you're uncovering, it is an invasion, and it's a repelling of an invasion. That will be the war. Americans coming together, and they hate that. I mean, absolutely, the powers that be would hate that Republicans and Democrats, MAGA Americans, and liberal Democrats would come together and say, enough is enough. We want to take our country back. And maybe I'm wrong, but is that where you see this war unfolding, or how this war would unfold? It won't be a civil war. It'll be a repelling of this invasion as a war.
And there will be civil war. Okay? There will be civil war. All right? There's going to be civil war. All right? There's going to be, race wars. There's going to be class wars between, the well-off and, the have-not. There's going to be division on every level. Okay? I believe that's, I get this real quick. I believe that's Second Ezra, if a brother can post it. Second Ezra is 13 and 31, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go to the Apocrypha real quick on my phone. All right. This is my brother can post the Egyptian against Egyptian. There will be, and see, this is why prophecy, we're navigating this thing through prophecy, man, not through speculation and hope this happen or hope this don't happen. Nah, man. It's about what it says in prophecy, man. Okay, because these Edomites, everyone, wants to be optimistic about the times that we're coming into, which is, having a positive outlook, but nah, man, the Lord wants it to go down. It's going to go down. All right, this Second Ezra 13, and all right, Second Ezra, 13 and 31. All right, but this is the brother, the hopeful elect. 3 says, Second Ezra 15 and 15, it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth not, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand, which is guns. Okay, the modern day sword. All right, because in ancient times, men, all right, will walk around, with swords. That was a common thing. Okay, that was a common thing of defense. Was a sword. Well, this time it's the gun. In this time. All right, so we're gonna see gun violence, go through the roof. Okay, and Jake, Jake gonna cut up and knock some people out, but is Jake gonna be overwhelmed? Okay, because Jake has no idea, what he's up against. Okay, this is the brother Yaqub, hopeful like 3, Isaiah 19 and 2. It says, and I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptians. Okay, in America is the spiritual Egypt. All right, so the citizens, okay, of America are going to be at war with each other, man. Okay, for all different reasons, man. And it says they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom, man. All right, you got these red states, all right, which are the Democratic, the conservatives, okay, the MAGA states. All right, then you have the blue states, the liberals. Okay, it's a divide on everything. It's divide by states, divide by, ideology. Okay, it can be a divide by race. It's going to be a divide about everything, man. Okay, this is Second Ezra 13:31. It says that one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. Okay, so on all levels, man. Okay, on all levels, going to be a division, conflict, and war, leading up to this third world war, all right, which is going to lead to the war between the spiritual realm, okay, Yahweh Shai and the heavenly host, all right, in this realm, all right, the heathens and their militaries, man. Okay, it's all a build-up. Okay, all All right, so let's let him run some more.
Absolutely believe that, and my mindset is changing as I'm going to these communities, and I'm going to Boston and New York next.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local.
But I knew Chicago was the epicenter, and you're right. What scares the power structures more than anything, Clayton, is a big white man standing next to a big black man, both alpha males, one in law enforcement, one in the prison system, and realizing we have enormous amounts in common. We agree on the majority of everything. And the things that we don't agree on, we can civilly talk and come to a good conclusion because we're Americans. But when you take us and we're looking at the same problem and we're saying the source of that problem is the government. The government is destroying you. Why would I not help my brother? I don't care what race he is or what religion. He's my American brother and sister. Why would I not help him? That's going to be the call to America because, as I say in my interviews, if you think it's going to be contained in this bubble in Chicago, you're a fool. It's already spread across America. There's 45 million illegal aliens in America right now. 45 million. And I spoke to a female precinct leader in the GOP. There's only 2 GOP offices, I think, in all of Illinois. One of them is in Southside. And she tells me, she goes, do you think this is coincidental, JJ? You think this is just happenstance that the black population is decreasing in Chicago? They're about 700,000-ish. Do you think it has no meaning that the mayor, Johnson, 2 weeks ago said out loud, we're bringing in 700,000 illegal aliens? It's a 1-for-1. They're replacing us. And I didn't even use the word replacement. They all did. I'm talking from the highest level intellect down to street level knowledge and everyone in between. We are being replaced. We are being replaced. And I'm like, wow, they're on the front lines. And as these men told me, these gang members told me, if they think they're going to take it from me, they got another thing coming. We're armed to the teeth. We got.
Now, when when I first listened, I'd be kind of skeptical. I wondered if he really talked, to Jake, But when he said what he finna say, I knew, okay, yeah, he really was talking to them niggas. Okay, because I'm watching this, I try to, be careful, on what news I bring out. But when he said this, like this confirmed it. Okay, that he really talked to them niggas, So this is Jake talking about they scrap. All right. Now I'm gonna go back a little bit. But when he said this, I said, yeah, he talked to them niggas for real.
Illegal aliens. It's a 1-for-1. They're replacing us. And I didn't even use the word replacement. They all did. I'm talking from the highest level intellect down to street level knowledge and everyone in between. We are being replaced. We are being replaced. And I'm like, wow, they're on the front lines. And as these men told me, these gang members told me, if they think they're going to take it from me, they got another thing coming. We're armed to the teeth. We got 100-round drums. We got clips, magazines that have 30 rounds in them. We're not going without a fight. That's petrifying. I don't want that in America, but I'm telling you, Clayton, I was down. I saw how these illegal aliens live.
So, only niggas brag about, extendo clips and 100-round drums. Okay? Well, Jake don't understand. This is judgment, man. The Lord, all right, is angry at our people, man. Okay? Now the elect, all right, are going to be protected in all these situations. Okay? But the Lord is finna open up on Jake, man. Niggas is talking about his guns. That's not going to be a factor. A gun is not a factor in the judgment of the Lord, man. Okay? But see, the scriptures say, that, hey, Jake worship, because pretty much Jake worship these guns, man. And Jake make whole albums about the gun. All right. And that's what he's going to have to depend on in that day. The scripture say, hey, you got to depend on your own devices in that day. Okay. Matter of fact, let me get this and then I'm going to go to the blue letter. This is Ezekiel 21:9 says, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus said the Lord. Say a sword is sharpened and also furbished, man. Okay. And this man, Esau Edom is on a whole nother way with his technology, man. Okay. Esau gave you niggas them guns. Okay. So if he's giving you, if he's bringing the guns in by the boatload, what do you think that he has for himself? Okay. And that's what Esau does. Esau arm, okay, and create his own resistance to be justified, all right, in clearing out who he wants to clear out. Okay, the same thing that we seeing happening in Gaza. All right, Esau run the same formula throughout the earth. It just be on different scales. Okay, because Esau, he'll give, these different resistant groups weaponry. Okay, he'll give them resources. Okay, and then he'll stage certain events. He'll allow them, to attack, and then he'll come in and he'll be justified because he'll play the victim. Okay, so the same thing that we seeing in Gaza. Okay, how he dealing with Hamas. He's doing the same thing. He's gonna do the same thing with Jake. Okay, except Jake is way less prepared, all right, than the Hamas. Okay. So Esau Edom, there was a sword is sharpened. That's him increasing in his technology of weaponry, man. Okay, and he's gonna fight a completely different warfare than what niggas think, man. Okay, and niggas don't know nothing about warfare. Niggas that shoot at other niggas, man. Okay, who know nothing else about war. Catch a nigga at, the gas station. Okay, all right, pants off his ass, smoking the black. Catch a nigga at the drive-through, coming out his baby mama house, like that's what Jake caught you lacking, caught you slipping. Well, listen, this is different warfare than you just shooting other niggas, man. And most of the time, he catching niggas off guard. Okay. This is gonna be on the whole. This is another element that Jake has no experience in, man. Okay. This is Ezekiel 21:10. It says it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. Okay, it is furbished that it may glitter. Okay, it's Esau's advancing his weaponry, man. It says, should we then make mirth? Okay, it continued to ride of my son as every tree. So here it is. Jake is in the spirit of mirth, partying, TikTok challenges, and you think you're gonna snap into it to go into an actual war with anybody? Okay. You constantly at war with each other and you think niggas gonna get organized? Nah, man. Okay? Niggas have no organization. They have no structure. They have no discipline. Okay? And the Lord wants niggas like that. All right? So they can, all right, be prepped for a slaughter, man. Okay? Verse 11, it says, and he giveth it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. Okay? And ultimately, the Lord is the slayer. Esau is their sword. Okay? But Esau has been allowed, the Lord pretty much sharpened Esau. Okay? To slay you niggas, man. All right? And the next precept proves that, man. But the Lord pretty much brought Esau on the level with his weaponry to get busy with you niggas, man. Okay? Verse 12 says, cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people. You see that? It shall be upon my people. It shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Now, princes is a ruler. Okay? And amongst our people, who are the rulers? Street niggas, prison niggas. Is this gonna, they were talking about the Jake getting out of prison. Okay, these niggas been doing 25 years and they coming home and people are looking at them as some type of leader, some type of, ruler amongst the community. Guess what? They finna be slaughtered. Okay, you know how much damage the devil has done these 25 years you've been gone, and you niggas, pop up like the prison niggas are going to be the hero. These ex-gang leaders, like they're going to be some type of hero. No. Okay, you was released to get slaughtered. Okay, it says terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. All right, smite therefore upon thy thigh. Okay, so the Lord has Esau on the level for a particular purpose, man. Okay, until he gets ready to move this devil out the way. You see, all right, until he's ready to remove this devil out the way. But this devil is going to be used for slaughter, man. Okay, so let's go here real quick. Niggas talking about they got drums and see another big condemnation against Jake. Okay, it's all I've been because the Lord got prophets in all these major cities, man. Chicago, it's probably close to 100 brothers in Chicago, man. They've been going out consistently, man. And Jake won't repent, but these prison niggas get out and everybody rally around them niggas, man. Well, them niggas don't have to be great in that day, okay? These prison niggas that y'all adore, these gang leaders that you niggas idolize, okay? They're gonna have to be great in the time to come. Okay, this is Proverbs chapter 10. All right, this is the book of Proverbs chapter 10, verse 2. All right, it says treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but the righteousness delivereth from death. And see, the prophets have been raised up to turn our people back to righteousness, man. There was a blessing of Yahweh Bashim al-Shah to raise up prophets to be to pretty much to be a guide in righteousness, man. Turn us back to our power. Okay, you see, during this grace period, man, we're developing a relationship with our power through faith and obedience, man. So we can be protected in this time, man. All right. Well, you got Jake talking about 100-round drum, and we coming into the worst time ever. All right. And the nigga talking about 100-round drum. Okay. But you go here to this word treasures. We got clips with 30 rounds. Okay. All right, man. Just the Hebrew word is atazar. All right, atazar for treasures, which goes into treasure, storehouse, gold, silver. All right, food, supplies, or drink. Okay, and you go down here, it says magazine of weapons. Okay, as you can see it here. All right, your weaponry is going to be a non-factor. All right, in that day. You had that Jake, pretty much with what that was. He had his woman. No, he had his little daughter on TV. What was she doing? She was loading clips, think blindfolded, breaking down guns and all these different things, But that's gonna be a non-factor. All right, and Jake do everything but repent. All right. So you gotta find out. Let me see. Let's see if it'll pull up. No, we ain't. Yeah, let me see. That was a while ago. I forgot what brother had posted it. But yeah, just had Jake, with his daughter. She was unloading, loading up guns and, quoting certain things that he had taught them. All right. But that's gonna be a non-factor. Okay, all these guns that niggas rap about, it's gonna be a non-factor in that day, man. Okay. Let's go here. Let's go to Psalms 44. All right. Yeah, our people are just gonna a lot of our people just gonna be out there, man. That's why I say, hey, you finna see some things, man. You gotta be dispassionate. Okay. It is what it is, man. Hey, it's the Lord. This between the Lord and the spirits he created. Okay. And he told us to be worried about, ourselves and those that are like-minded. That's what we're commanded to be concerned with. Anything outside that's between him and the spirits he created. Okay. Your Psalms 44:4. Thou art my king, O power, command deliverances for Jacob. Through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. Okay, so the Lord is going to command the deliverance for the elect. Okay, and through his name, his authority, we're going to push down our enemies, man. Okay, the scripture says he's going to make the creature a weapon. All right, if a brother can post that, then in Wisdom Solomon 5, I think 17 maybe. It said, through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. All right, but thou hast saved us from our enemies and has put them to shame that hated us. In the Most High, we boast all day long and praise thy name forever, man. Okay, so our boast, our strength is in Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. All right, and through him there's a victory. Okay, through him, all right, we're going to overwhelm the enemy. Okay, because the Lord is going to endow, his men, particular men, with that power, man. Okay, and it's going to be far beyond, all right, a gun. Okay, the scrap, the extendo. You see? Yeah. That's what that nigga name was. All right, see if we can find this nigga, the water brother. Yeah, let's see if we can find this nigga, man. All right, there, Grace. There we go. Hey, that's why it's beautiful to be among a council of wise men. Brothers be on it. I'm talking about, brother. Don't let a nigga make it. All right, we keeping all receipts. Okay, so yeah, let's watch this nigga, man. The nigga, and he thinks this is cute, and he's on some type of level, But this is gonna be quick work. All right. Let's play this nigga.
Erica, how old are you?
9 years old.
All right, let's get into it. Go. What do men do?
Preach, provide, and protect.
Preach how?
Lead and guide the families. Don't depend on the system for knowledge.
Provide how?
Invest in their families. Create jobs to keep their money at their table.
Protect how?
Train for mental, physical, and financial.
All right, can Jesus, a fucking president, or even me save you?
No, I have to save myself.
Absolutely. What are 4 things that every family should have in 2020?
Guns, gold, land, and self-love.
Got you. What is the Second Amendment?
When you can have a firearm and nobody tell you that you can't have it at all.
What is the Fourth Amendment?
No unreasonable searches and seizures.
All right, and if they get a search warrant, they need to have what?
A probable cause.
All right, if we ever have to shoot someone, do we shoot to kill or we shoot to wound?
We shoot to kill.
Let me ask you a personal question, daughter. In this family, do we bitch about and complain about a word that we already know is fucked up?
No, we study the wolves and we get our shit together and we beat them at their own game.
All right, Derek, grab that AR. As soon as your hand starts, you got 5 seconds to break it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And if I die today, what's your job?
To pick up where you left off and take care of my siblings.
Look at this nigga. All right. Look at this nigga, man. So he's pretty much teaching his daughter to be on the front line. Okay, 9-year-old girl to be on the front line. But wait a minute, you should hide your 9-year-old daughters from GMS. Okay, but this is cool. You see? And these are niggas that have all access to the children. You know, these are the type of niggas that have all the access to the children, man. Okay, but Jake, that's the mechanic. All right, he catches hell. But these niggas have full access to the children, man. And this is why the Lord just finna slaughter these niggas, man, and their seed. Okay, look at this nigga. They got the Amen Ra, you know, tattoo on his forehead, all over the place. And then he contradicts himself. He say we shouldn't depend on the president and this and that. But then you're depending on those amendments. Okay, you think the right to bear arms is going to be a factor in that day? Okay, the Fourth Amendment, you know, dealing with the House Caesars, and you think Esau is gonna have a warrant? There's already there was a warrant. All right, the warrant is back in Genesis 27:41. Okay, there was a warrant for you niggas, man. Okay, all right. Yeah, the water too, brother. But young, okay. So yeah, let's go back. Let's go back here. And get this, and then I'm gonna let it play. Yep. This is the brother Yaqub, the Hopeful Elect 3. It says Wisdom of Solomon 5:17. It says he shall take to him, all right, his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature, which is the Israelite man of the elect, all right, his weapon for the revenge of his enemies, man. You know, see that's a below way of thinking. You know, that's a very base way of thinking. All right, that you're finna, okay, be in the shootout. You know, you're gonna protect yourself, okay, through carnal weaponry. Nah, man. Okay, the Lord is going to have to intervene, man. Okay, the Lord is going to have to intervene. Okay, and without that, you know, we'll end it there with that song. So let me play this. All right, let me play some more of this a little bit.
They're staying in accommodations in the highest rent areas of Chicago, downtown. They are staying in buildings that are shadowed by the Department of Justice building. They're doing pimping, prostitution, drugs, fighting. And our brothers and sisters, I literally walked from a tent compound where American citizens, veterans are living in squalor. The stench of feces and urine was overwhelming. I leave that to go to illegals living in luxury.
You're a landlord, a real estate investor, or a rental.
They've taken over a whole city block. Clayton, here's the final thing one thing I want to impress upon. When you and I talked about me walking on the border in San Diego, in the area that I bled on to get to control that, and that feeling I had that I was in enemy territory, that they owned it. I was in Chicago when the vast majority, there were hundreds of military age adult men from Venezuela, majority from Venezuela. They looked at me like, what are you doing? This is our neighborhood. Get out. This is what's happening to America. You are being replaced. What do you do when you go into war? You take land. It's called occupying property. They're occupying America and they're pushing us out. 45 million going on 50 million strong. And the other thing I want to say, that as I travel and I see it, I went from leaving the United States Border Patrol 3 years ago when the NGOs didn't really know what they were doing. The NGOs on the South Side bringing the caravans up didn't know. The government just created this chaos because they wanted to destroy America. And it was all chaotic and clunky. No longer, Clayton. I'm watching an industrial strength, the industrial size operation that is streamlined and efficient from the Darien Gap to Chicago. I have never seen anything like this big and this perfectly orchestrated. It is unbelievable.
It must have felt like a whole different world. I mean, I've been to Chicago many times. I can't imagine. You know, you feel like you're a foreigner in your own country, walking down those streets of Chicago.
Well, you know what was amazing too is what, and you watch this video that Mark Carter, when he and I are talking, he takes me across the street to those tent cities, the tent compound. Hundreds of people live in there, drug addicts, everything. It's just a horrible, miserable way for any human to live. And I'm interviewing several of them, and they tell me the stories of during the winter, how they're getting frostbite on their toes and their fingers. Clayton, 200 yards away, 200 yards away is the illegal immigrant intake center. They have 5 tents that look like the beautiful white wedding tents with beautiful signage where they feed, clothe, and medicate them. And then if it's too cold, Clayton, they put them on 5 city buses that stay running 24 hours a day so they can warm up. U.S. citizens were knocking on the doors of the bus saying, please let me in, as illegal aliens were sitting there getting warm, eating freshly cooked food with brand new clothes. And our Americans are knocking on the bus. And you know what the bus driver said? Only illegal aliens allowed. This is not hyperbole. I'm not making this up. This is what's happening to our nation. And it's unfair. You and I can have a discussion, Clayton, about how much money we give, how do we fix the homeless problem? But the one discussion we can't have any disagreement on, do you take care of American citizens first? Or do you make them stay and sleep in the freezing cold while I take care of foreign nationals that broke our nation's laws and I give them everything they need? When I was coming out of those homeless shelters, the illegal alien migrant hotels, you know what I saw? I saw men wearing very nice clothes, extremely clean, watches, jewelry. Another thing I saw, Clayton, they were jumping in and out of vehicles that they bought that had no license plates, no anything. And I'm told by Chicago PD officers, we're not allowed to stop them. We know who they are. They get to drive licenseless, plateless, anything. Just, it's anarchy. It's
So you will have to understand these are mercenaries and UN troops, man. Okay. All right, they're here. They're paid military personnel, man. Okay, and they push, like they say, they're Venezuelans, man. These are trained military men. Okay, and they have stiflings. They're okay. They're eating good. They're housed. They're driving good on your ass. Okay, right in the middle of you niggas, man. Okay, and that's why I say, man, I don't respect niggas, man, or their culture. All right, because Esau just moved people in, living good on you niggas. But here it is, a Jake that you grew up with. If he start doing good for himself, you niggas will rob him. Okay, but Esau move in niggas from across the earth. Okay, moving you niggas out. Okay, eating good, dressing good, driving with no tags, and pretty much has immunity. Because, see, that immunity comes above the police. See, the police is at the bottom of the barrel when it comes, all right, to this power structure, man. Okay, the police are just pretty much enforcing the decrees of the elites. Okay, so these men are told, all right, these police officers are told, look, don't bother them. Okay, don't deal, no, don't pull them over. You see no tags, that's us. Okay, and these police are not in the loop of what's fully going on. They just been told, or they just on the need to know basis of what to do and what not to do. Okay, when it comes to how to deal with these migrants, man. All right, well, there's just something else with you niggas, man. Your cousin come up and do better for himself. You niggas are robbing. Okay, but Esau can just place people from the other side of the work or the earth, ball on you niggas, and you niggas ain't touch nobody. Okay, well, the nigga culture is a joke. Okay, niggas ain't tough. They only tough with each other. All right, and the Lord finna delete you niggas, man. Okay, good riddance. All right, so let's play some more.
Anarchy. And I will tell you this: I talked to several lieutenants within the Chicago PD, and they told me the plan was to have no plan, meaning just chaos. These are soldiers, frontline law enforcement guys telling me this is a disaster. And they tell me also the DNC comes in August. They said, prepare. It's going to be beyond insane. Crime rampant, BLM, anarchists, illegal aliens, gang members says, we're not prepared. That's a quote. We are not prepared. That's why you're seeing the DNC thinking about canceling their convention.
And you said they're not prepared. The Chicago PD says we're not prepared.
Chicago, this is a quote. Chicago PD lieutenant told me, we are not prepared, and our federal partners are extremely concerned because we do not have a handle on anything.
I hope people are paying attention to what JJ just said. That is unbelievable, what you just told me.
For like you.
Hey, order out of chaos. Okay, this is what's being prepared. Order out of chaos. All right.
Year or two, spent 2.5 decades in prison. Major gang members.
Are they talking about what's coming? Are they actively preparing for something? I mean, you talk about this sort of tinderbox moment. I guess I'm more worried about sort of the explosive moment. You know, the start of World War I moment in the United States. What will be the shot heard round the world moment? Will we have a George Floyd style moment that will be used to rally? And or do they seem like they're all on the same page with this?
They're all on the same page. And I can't reiterate this enough. I'm talking to men that have been out of prison for a year or two, spent 2.5 decades in prison, major gang members. The creator, I sat down with the founder of the Black Disciples. They're all telling me, from there to the beautiful woman that works in the soup kitchen that's overworked out of her mind, to street pastors, to a mega pastor, to politicians and precinct leaders and everyone in between, not knowing that I'm speaking to everyone else, right? Like I'm walling everyone off. They're adamantly, we're going to war. That's what they're saying. This is not my words. I'm not coming up with a phrase. They're saying, we are going to war. And I ask them, well, what does that look like? Whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes. And they think we're going to roll over. And they made a very great point to me.
So you got these niggas that been in prison, okay, since the 90s, you know, getting out. All right. And them old niggas that get out of prison, them old gang leaders that get out of prison, man, them young niggas don't respect them. Them young niggas don't respect nothing. Okay? And them young niggas that's out there, they don't respect them old niggas, man. Okay? And them old niggas that, you know, you have some of the community rally around, you know, them old prison niggas, them old gang niggas, like they gonna be some hero. Like I say, them niggas gonna have to be great. Okay? And them niggas is gonna have to be absolutely stupendous in this time. All right, which they're not. All right, y'all niggas ain't gonna do shit. Niggas ain't got no power. Niggas ain't got no organization. Niggas don't have no discipline. Niggas don't got no resources. Niggas don't have no supply chains. Okay, niggas don't have no medical facilities. Niggas don't have anything. Niggas don't have agriculture. Niggas don't know nothing about off grid. Okay, niggas don't know anything. You niggas are done. All right. And the government has set the local, all right, police department up for failure. Okay, so let's go here. It's perfect. All right, to end with this. Okay, dealing in the book of Psalm. All right, which you know is good to read this often, man. You know, Psalms 121. Okay. And the title of the psalm is "The Lord, the Keeper of Israel." See, this is our hope. Okay, what them niggas think they getting ready to do. All right, it's gonna be a epic fail. Okay, you niggas, because everybody think niggas is so tough, and I get to think the prison nigga come home, like he's just this, superhero nigga. Okay, there's gonna be epic failure. All right, this is Psalms 121. Okay, I might read two Psalms to end it. Psalms 121 and 1. It says, I will lift up my eyes unto the hill from whence cometh my help. My help coming from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. All right, which is Yahweh Bashemal Shah. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord gonna be active, man. Okay, the scriptures say, Psalms 48 and 1. The Lord is a very present help in the time of trouble. Okay? It says, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Al Shai is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall, and the shade is what? A relief and a covering. Okay? And we're not covered by Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. There's no hope. You out of there. Okay? GD, BD, all that dumb shit that niggas, have worship and idolize. It's not going to be, any aid. Okay, it said the sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. And you go into, the sun and the moon. It goes into wisdom and understanding, and this is the wisdom and understanding on the left hand side. All right, because they discuss these things in councils, and then they execute it on the left hand side. They have councils on these things, man. Woe to him that bringeth, wicked devices to pass. And when the mornings come, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand. Going into Micah 2 and 1. Okay? But that's not going to have an effect, all right, on the elect. He's not going to be able to move the elect. Okay? Those councils are going to have, no effect on the elect, man. It said, the Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, even forevermore. Okay? So we're not going into this thing naked, man, as long as we stay, within the obedience and the faith, man. Okay? And if we're part of that predestined number, man, all right, we're going to be hedged. Okay? Let's get this Psalms 124. Okay? It's a few songs I want to get. All right, it said praise for rescue from enemies. Psalms 124 and 1. It said, if it had not been for the Lord who was on our side, now may Israel say, if it had not been for the Lord Yahweh Bashem Al Shai who was on our side, when men rose up against us, man, and this is the circumstances that we're in. Okay, but this is speaking of past tense, letting you know that the elect have a victory, man. There's a victory over this devil, man. It said, then they had swallowed us up quick when their wrath was kindled against us, man. And these elites are kindled. Their wrath is kindled. Okay? They want to eliminate Jake, man. Okay? They want to X Jake out. Okay? And the Lord is going to let them accomplish that on the 2/3. Okay? But for the elect, said, then the waters had overwhelmed us. The stream had gone over our soul. All right? The waters, when you say then the proud waters had gone over our soul, then it's speaking about a people. And who is the proud? All right, Esau, Edom. Okay, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, and the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him, man. Okay, there's gonna have to be a standard lifted, man. That's what our hope is in, man. Okay, damn a gun and a game. All right, that's the a gun held by a nigga in the gang is going to be the weakest thing in the time that we're coming into. Okay? These things are glorified now, but when it really get down to the get down, that's going to be the weakest thing going. A nigga with his gun, okay, and some goddamn game. Okay? It said, blessed be the Lord who have not given us as a prey to their teeth, all right, to their devices, man. I said, our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers, the snare is broken. See, the Lord finna break this whole system, and we are escaped, which on no chariots, man. Okay, our help is in the name, that authority, the power of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, who made heaven and earth, man. Okay, and yeah, that's the point, man. Okay, and at the end of the day, all right, niggas is getting ready to take the biggest loss ever, man. All right, before Esau takes even bigger loss. Okay, so yeah, I just want to bring that out, man. You know, I watched that, I thought that was interesting, man. Just keeping up how these devils moving, you know, and it's gonna come a time where this thing gonna shift gears, man. All right, and the times are gonna get extremely evil, extremely bad, man. You know, but we're promised, you know, to be good, like the Lord. You know, these bad times is gonna cause for the Lord to show great power. You know, so hey, we take it all in, okay, with hope and faith, man. You know. So, Lord will you, brothers. All right, and you sisters edified till next time I say shalom. Yasha Allah. All right. Bye soon.